All right, my friends, at this stop, we are standing in front of the Blob, which is literally right behind me right here, which is a 13,000 pound mass of molten metal that is the largest object to come out of the Chicago fire. It is actually the remains of a melted hardware store, the supplies in a hardware store from downtown that was unearthed in 1889. And it really brings up the idea of the importance of the Chicago fire as to how it developed the city of Chicago. This fire was massive. In fact, there was even a song sung back in 1974 by a group called Paper Lace called The Night Chicago Died. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. That's right. Chicago Fire actually has a song, actually several songs named after it. But this was an event that was massive. Over the course of roughly 72 hours, the city of Chicago basically burned to the ground. Not all of it, but a good chunk of it. Over 100,000 people became homeless, 18,000 buildings destroyed, roughly 300 people are killed in this fire, and all because this city was made primarily of wood, all right? So when the fire started down at the O'Leary family home down on the near south side, boom, it went off like gangbusters. And they thought that it would stop because of the Chicago fire, but because of the Union stockyards and all of the effluence that was released there, it actually jumped the river because of the wind, and it also caught the river on fire as well. So it really destroyed what had been one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. But this was not without its benefit insofar as it allowed architects to come in and rebuild. And Chicago, the second city now, because the first city burned down, now becomes one of the great centers of architecture. The first skyscraper is designed in Chicago here. The home insurance building, only 12 stories in height, but that was the first one to really begin to put Chicago at the top of the map. And of course, this has been a center for architecture ever since. And of course, in the process of that, we wanted to show our city off, and we did so by having the World's Fair in 1893, 22 years after Chicago's fire. But it was a chance to allow 27 million people to come and see what Chicago had become, this great center of architecture, of culture, different things along that line. And in fact, if you look at the building that's right behind me here, this is kind of the great-great-grandchild, if you will. This is called Eugenie Terrace. This was actually the last building my father built before he retired as a carpenter in the city of Chicago here. This was the last building that he did. So I hope you understand just how important the Chicago fire is. Let's go on to our next stop.